Here are 3 gaming trends that really need to go. So don't get me wrong, I love remakes. Resident Evil 2 and 4 remakes are still 2 of my favorite games of all time. But where are the new games? I mean, it's great to revisit classics like Final Fantasy VII and Mafia, but this trend leaves little room for innovative new IPs. Developers seem more comfortable rehashing old favorites instead of taking creative risks. And honestly, I kinda get it. Why would you take a risk on something new when you can just remake an old game that you know people are going to buy? But hopefully, the success of games like Elden Ring and Black Myth Wukong can inspire studios to go back to the drawing board and give us some new stuff. Games like Cyberpunk 2077 taught us that rushing to meet a deadline can lead to serious disasters. But apparently, some game publishers still don't get it. And to be fair, a lot of the pressure for games to be released earlier than they should comes from executives, the old men with suits and dollar bill signs on their eyes. Just don't buy broken games and the trend should die. I don't hate live service games. I'll jump on a game of Fortnite every now and then, but you have to admit, there are way too many live service games these days. They're always online multiplayer games that are more demanding than an actual job. Sometimes, especially for adult gamers, we just want to play a nice story game that we can pause, take our time with, and jump in and out of easily. PlayStation's Concord was one of the most expensive games ever to develop, and it's objectively one of the worst games ever made. It just shows that a big chunk of the gaming community still craves depth over endless grinding, and successful single-player games like Black Myth Wukong make me hopeful that this trend could start to fade. Side note, I've mentioned Wukong like 50 times since it dropped, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't see a bigger contender for Game of the Year. Just saying. What are your worst trends in gaming? Let's talk about it in the comments, and until next time, stay golden.